go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know.
Sister Jenna is one of the purest, most sublime spirits I've encountered. Gentle voice, gentle sound, but booming spirit. She makes life more graspable. I listen to her, I see and sense and say to her and about her, she's a woman of good, a woman of God, a woman of elevated consciousness. I'm so glad to be a part of your life and that you are a part of mine and that we are all together a part of each other's. Peace and blessing.
Hello everyone, I'm Sister Jenna. A few years ago I had a vision. The vision was comprised of witnessing members of Congress really going through a very tumultuous time. I had envisioned that within the walls of Congress there were questions about trust between themselves, but there was also the question of trust with Americans and the leadership of the country. So I went about to search for members of Congress who would be open to share with me the depths of their heart, what was at the base of their conscience. And I came across some of the most beautiful people that I walked away with this experience that our country is in good hands. Here we are many years later, maybe about 4 or 5 years later, after I had actually initially recorded Soul Talk on the Hill. And we're witnessing stuff that we have never seen in the United States of America. Trust within the walls of the United States Congress is at the all-time lowest it has ever been. As you know, just a few weeks ago, there were riots on the Capitol Hill. It was an insurrection. There were a lot of people hurt emotionally, mentally, physically. Soul Talk on the Hill invites me into the walls of the halls of Capitol Hill to sit and have a heart-to-heart conversation with members of Congress about what matters to them the most, what's at the base of their heart, their character, the content of their deepest, most innermost feelings. Never before has there been a meditation expert or an emotional wellness expert or even a yogi soul, however you want to put them in whatever label you want to. But there's never been someone like me that's been given the trust and the honor to enter into the walls of Capitol Hill and have a heart-to-heart conversation with our congressional leaders. What I love about Soul Talk on the Hill, it makes us see them for who they really are. Put aside all the political jargon that goes on. We get to see really who are the people that are creating our policies, voting for our rights. These are good people. And given the opportunity to really speak from the depths of their heart, the country, our cities, our districts will continue to keep thriving. As See Good TV re-releases this season of Soul Talk on the Hill, it is my pure wish that you sit back and relax and enjoy each of the episodes. Just go into the content, the questions, their expressions. You'll learn a lot about these people. They're good people. For anyone right now, it's a hard time. Globally, in the United States, it might be even more so, one of the hardest times it has ever endured. But I know that we will prevail, and I know that we will succeed. Soul Talk on the Hill is to invite you to give our congressional members a second chance, to begin to find ways to communicate with them from matters of heart and not matters of the political spectrum. What's more important than anything is what is the need of the time internally, and how does my conscience and my heart find peace in my choices? Soul Talk on the Hill asks important questions, and the congressional leaders gave very profound answers. If you've got any comments or anything you'd like to share, please feel free to let us know. We would love to hear your feedback. Soul Talk on the Hill is not endorsing any political parties or any candidate. It is simply having a heart-to-heart conversation with those who gave me the permission to come into the sacredness of their office and delve into their hearts. Enjoy Soul Talk on the Hill. Be well. Be safe. God bless you. Please, take care of yourselves. Welcome everyone, Om Shanti, to your next normal. We were just here behind the scenes, few things. We were smiling at Sister Gita and how she looked like a little naughty 7 or 8-year-old, which is about the age that she was placed in her first orphanage. And the second orphanage that she went to, she grabbed the bag and packed up whatever little belongings they had, and she told her sisters, I don't like this orphanage. These are not nice people. And she's telling her little sisters, let's go. Let's just get out of here. Her 2 little sisters looked up at her and go, no, we can't do that. We don't know anybody. Don't do it. I can't go. I can't go. And you know, she left with her little garbage bag and went on a bus and rode that bus for a whole day until a woman realized this child is lost. What a fascinating story. I tell you, at some point in time, I want to sit down and record Sister Gita's journey, whatever she can remember. I've been still trying to find out what time I was born. She's like, I don't know, in the morning. I went, was there a clock in front of you? There's usually a clock up top. He's like, I don't know, you were a morning baby. I was like, okay, all right, well, hopefully I'll get the exact time and hour that I was born, that I can maybe just get some information. I mean, I don't know. How is everyone? How are the angels? How is the tribe? What's new? What's happening for you? There's a new president. It's not even a week since we've rung in a new president, and so much has happened in just a matter of 5 days. Been so many reversal of policies and so much movement, and I must say that I commend the care and the empathy and the compassion this particular leadership is offering the American people where the pandemic is concerned. I hope everyone is recognizing that, and I hope everyone is sending letters of appreciation and blessings and care for the way this administration has basically come through the doors and just the work that they're doing. Imagine the enormous amount of work this administration has to do to try to put things back in order. I hope you're giving them your blessings. Yesterday, when I woke up quite early in the morning, I don't know what it was, but President Biden came in my meditation. And I started to think about the day before the inauguration, how he and Dr. Jill Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris and her first gentleman, Doug, went to the Lincoln to pay tribute to the lives that were lost. I'm telling you, a tear came to my eye. The over 400,000 Americans who left their bodies as a result of the virus, and nobody gave that recognition. Nobody really honored the lives of these families who died in silence, in private, without being able to see their loved ones, where their funerals were done on a Zoom. Maybe their bodies were mass cremated because of just the situation. President Biden took that time to honor almost 500,000 Americans who passed away because of this crisis. It makes me think about why is it so difficult for us to sometimes just comply and make the sacrifice and deal with whatever we have to deal with? Why is it sometimes so difficult for us to just let go of our self-centered approach towards things that perhaps might be just not very useful to us in the long run? It is so important for us to really be able to look inwards and check ourselves and see what's no longer working here. What is it that feels like I'm becoming heavy with? Something old that is burdening me, like it's a weight. And one of the beautiful things about energy is that energy, when it's really healthy, it keeps moving, it keeps flowing, it keeps creating, it keeps making, it keeps becoming, it's alive. Energy is alive. I was talking to someone today, and she was sharing with me how she went somewhere, and she was just looking at this group of individuals, and as she looked at them, she says, I have to tell you, Sister Jenna, it was like everywhere I looked, they just looked like corpse. It's the word that she used. It's a language thing. But I said, why? I said, it just looked like there was no life in them, as if like there was a giving up to life. And I wonder, what do we do? I was sharing with Santosh, it's almost been a year we've been doing this. 1 whole year. Coming March 16th, it would be a year. We got to do a March 16th anniversary if the show at least is continuing until then. We've been really having a lot of discussions, everyone, wondering how long do we continue? Should we continue? In what way is it being of service? Is it beneficial for you? Are you really enjoying it? Do you really find that there is growth? Is there growth in you, and is there growth even in the work that we're doing? is it becoming more visible in the eyes of people around the world? We've been doing this for 9-10 months consistently. Remember, spiritual vaccine started, it was Monday through Sunday. And then because of my health opportunity, we started the next normal as well, and it was Monday through Friday. And it's just continued. And honestly, it's been with the heart, really from the heart. And like I was sharing in the meeting that we had the other day, that I'll do this if there's 1 or 1 million. But yes, I think it's time that we look for ways to see how things can be optimized. I was having a beautiful session with the advanced students who took the foundation course in meditation, and I don't know if Grace is on or Denise is on, but there were a few, and they were just explaining, like, they've typed in the comments list, press the like button, just press it. It apparently optimizes YouTube's algorithms so that if people are looking for anything around this topic or anything to do with perhaps meditation, that we will be one of the programs that will come up for people to make a choice to view. And so Denise was so adorable yesterday. She was like, I have to tell you, even though I'm listening to the show and I know it's all good, and I will go in there and just say, could everyone just like the like button? It's just like not even a second. And she says, there are 50, 80, whatever people that watch the show. There should be that many likes on the show. So I was telling her, it's funny that you're mentioning that, because we were having a meeting about all of that at the same time. And one of the things that I've learned about energy, and I've seen it over and over again, there are times when you're just doing everything so pure. It is so connected to the original energy of the soul. It is so connected to the purity of the soul that the soul just receives and it just settles. And it's not exciting your senses, and it's not telling you, come on, we can do it, go for it, it's just serving you. And so you settle in it. Then they have all these data, as Santosh and Naveen were telling me. Then they can know how long you're watching the show. They can know what state, what country, what stuff, what genre, what gender, what age group. I was like, you're kidding me. Gosh, everything is out there, huh? I was telling them there's 7 billion souls. Then I'm sure there's something there that we have that we can offer. So what do we need to do to see how things can even spread far and wide? Like I said to you, I'm wired that I don't have to get too attached to things. I have attachment, but I also have the knowledge and the understanding that I can just say Om Shanti and I'm okay. And I remember when the pandemic started, and Sister Wadi at the Brahma Kumari's Miami Center texted and wrote me the next day and says, Jen, I'm worried about you. How are you going to manage not moving around the way that you do? And it turns out I'm fine. I've actually been great. I mean, I've been through so much. 2020 offered so many things that I wasn't even expecting to deal with, but I let it all go. I was like, okay, I can't travel anymore, right? I can't have people over. Our museums are closed. We don't do our programs on the weekends anymore, or in the daytimes. We used to love to just, walk or drive up to the museum and enter it every day and be there and be available for the family and for the community of Silver Spring and McLean, Virginia. And none of that anymore. And so we had to let go, whether it was by force or if you recognize your self-mastery and you decide to let go by choice. Sometimes you let go of people. Sometimes you let go of clothes. A lot of people were spring cleaning their closets, and up here in Virginia where we are, there's a donation canister, I saw so many bags of clothes that people had gotten rid of. And I was like, it's so interesting how we get rid of things that we don't want anymore. I mean, there was so much clothes, people didn't even want to stop to get anything. It was there for like a month. Nobody went to pick up anything. It was that many. We had to let that go. We let a lot of things go. It's easier to let go of something you think you don't want. But what about the things or the relationships or even the ideas that you feel, I can't live without this, you know? I've been having such deep moments, and I would love to hear if you too are having them. Very deep, introspective, emerging of stories in here, the soul. Each time the soul goes to Baba, connects to God, something gets stirred up in me. Something is gone, something gets rid of, something is being released. I'm letting go of something. I don't even know I'm letting go of it. The love that is coming in from Baba is releasing it. But then there's always like a little trace of it left behind. There's something. There's been this unique observance of the last few months of my insatiable wish to go back to India. Now everyone knows I've been to over 90 countries, and I wish I could say that India was my favorite country, but it was not. I go to India because of my family. I go to India because of my Brahma Kumaris spiritual communities there, and we all meet 70, 80 countries on the mountaintop, and we get ourselves together and we prepare ourselves for the year. And I go to India to be with God, to deepen my link with God, to be in a community of thousands of friends from around the world, to just have conversations about what we're experiencing with our transformation and our relationship with Baba, and how we're doing. And for the past few months, I just want to let go of everything and head home to Mother Bharat. And a friend of mine went there and is still there in India, and it was such a funny story. I might have told you this before, but she went to India and she told me, "Sister, I'm going to go and I'm going to have such deep yoga, and I'm going to really go and center myself and come back to America fully charged and ready to do service for the world." So after about a week, she's like, "Okay, I don't think I can stay here much longer." Than after 2 weeks, she's like, it's just easier for me to meditate in the US. And then, it was just such an interesting story how she struggled with being in this mystical, powerful land. And she was like, "It was unusual, sister. I could be at home and remember Baba a lot easier than I am in here in India." And I asked her, "Why do you think that is so?" She says, "It just feels like in India, I need more power to overcome the ancientness of the land." It's a very interesting conversation, huh? I just need more power in me to be able to transcend the history and the vibrations of the country. And I go, I get that. Baba used to always tell us that if in very, very delicate moments you end up in India, what will be needed is great inner power to be able to cope. Completely can understand that. Remember what we went through in the last, let's say, year or 2 or 3 or whatever. The amount of emotional strain that the country was under, that we were under, that it's almost become an odd 5 days of covering a presidency. I mean, people are surprised that there are press briefings and no one's yelling and pointing fingers and telling you it's fake news. And at least so far we have a consistency, at least in 5 days. so much has changed, and yet we're like letting go of a kind of an energy that we've gotten so used to that so many didn't even remember what it was like to govern a country anymore. In America, it was like, well, what do you do without kicking and screaming and accusing, bullying, you know? So sometimes it's kind of difficult to let go, but then it's also very easy to hold on, to be able to capture the things that are beautiful for you. Like, what are the beautiful things that you want to hold on to? What are the beautiful moments that matter the most to you? And what are those negative feelings that you're like, Baba, I don't want this anymore in me? So it's just a lot of things that are being stirred up as a result of just being more introspective, being around pretty much the same people every day. I look forward to when friends do come and visit. I still feel uncomfortable not being able to really hug somebody and just sit and talk with them like I used to, and like everyone's on edge. There's a new variant in the air, and we have to just, I think we just need to just let go of trying too hard. And I think we're relearning how to just be our light, to be our love, to be our peace and our purity. We're relearning all of that because the pandemic has also helped us to get rid of a lot of things. In our Brahma Kumari's culture, in our teachings of Raj Yoga, we have 5 ages. The golden age is the age after this one. After the golden age is the silver age. After the silver age is the copper age. After the copper age will be the iron age. The age between the iron and the golden is the confluence. And for many students of the Brahma Kumaris, we are consciously in the awareness that we are now living in our confluence. And the confluence age is the age where a huge amount of transformation internally is taking place. And I was telling some friends yesterday that actually, even for our brothers and sisters who might still just be waking up or who are just really enjoying the iron-aged vibration in the iron-aged world, they now have been forced into a confluence because of the pandemic. And as a result of being forced into their own confluence age, so many of our brothers and sisters who've never meditated before, who haven't thought much about spirituality, religion is separate, but spirituality, the knowing of your inner being, the knowing of your universe behind your eyes, many folks are now letting go of old patterns and are beginning to discover new horizons and new realizations inside of their beings. It's a fascinating period. And I'm sure you're feeling the same. Like a lot of changes must be happening in you. Changes you're not even aware of, where they're coming from, what they mean. Where is this going to take me? Will this be a protection for me post-COVID? Of course we want that. Every new year we make promises for a better year, but stuff happens. So even after this virus has somehow left the planet, are we going to be a better society? I think we really hope so. And even though during the pandemic of last year in 2020 and now, we've seen the knee in somebody's neck where they can't breathe until they die. We've seen riots. We've lost some of the greatest leaders. We've seen fires have killed millions of animals and wildlife in Australia and elsewhere. We've seen natural calamities take place. We've just consistent things keep occurring that it can test even the strongest person. And it feels like the test is saying, let go. Let go of all that you know. And just remember me, God, your Father. It's like I keep going back there again and again. We've been so focused on I, me, and mine that we don't remember God much anymore. We've let go of God, and we've held on to each other and to human beings and to stories and possessions and things. And then God says, but I'm here to remove your sorrows and your illusions. I just need you to let go of your attachment to matter and remember me with love. And when we do that, a whole new world opens up for us behind our eyes. We can see things differently. We can feel things differently. And we start to know things differently. Anyway, let's do what we do best here. Such a nice show now. We have openings, we have sharings. Sometimes we've had wonderful guest speakers. We'll have Ainsley MacLeod this week. Remember Ainsley MacLeod, the author and the psychic medium that talks about soul partners we were on before. So Ainsley's going to join us on Friday. So get ready for that show and feel free to tell your friends about that one as well. We're looking forward to really having him back on. We've had music performances. We've produced songs and meditations. We've produced short films and videos. We've let go of a lot of things. And we've started new things, things that we're not accustomed to doing. We're still learning along the way. We're still developing. We still don't know everything at all. Everything that we've been doing has been self-taught. It's been fascinating. And it's all because of our love for Baba and our love for all of you, our love for humanity, our love for a better world, our love for a golden-aged world. Anyway, so let's take one of those deep dives and deep breaths and inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale.
Imagine that your body is being held tightly, so tightly it can't move. As you relax each and every part of your body, you will become free, released. This body will let you go. But first, you must let go. End the struggle and enjoy freedom. Start at the feet. Just let them go. With every breath, let go another part of the body. The legs, let go of the hips, let go of the stomach. The chest. Let go of the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. Let go of the scalp, and the forehead, let go of the face. That's it. Just let it all be loose and relaxed. Even if something tries to pull your thoughts back to the body, let it go. Be free from worry. Be beyond even caring, like a child, a very young baby. Be free of responsibility and relax. Experience the flow of breath. As each breath comes and goes, my thoughts dissolve into space. I allow time to pass. Let go of thoughts floating freely, completely free and light. Letting go of even my name, just light, just the awareness that is me. Moving deeper into quietness. Stillness. Nothing to fear. Nothing I need to hang on to. With each passing moment, I feel the lightness of my mind. Moving towards the light. towards my original nature of peace. I move beyond all boundaries into the open towards the beautiful, bright light. Into a world of peace. Silence. Rest. From a distance, watching the breath coming and going. I prepare to return back from the silent, open space. Back to the awareness of my body. Calm, relaxed, filled with peace.
Om Shanti. So today's discussion is about letting go, and the meditation was also very useful in helping us to achieve a little bit more of the depth of that ability to let go. Some of the things that perhaps Baba has shared through me over these last 10 months, I'm pretty sure there's some things that land very deep in your heart. There's some that are still on your head and you're thinking about them and seeing, what did she mean by that? And there might be some just went like, whoop, just like, because so many times I've heard things and I'm like, that went over my head. Remember that time, Santosh, when I was giving a keynote at the Department of Defense at the Pentagon with Deepak Chopra? Do you remember that time? And Portia has told you that story too. That's where we first met Portia. And by the way, Portia's healing really well. She gave her doctor a certificate for her surgery, so she's doing great. But I remembered when Dr. Deepak Chopra would share certain things, it was like, whoop, it just went over our heads like, what? I didn't understand it. What? I didn't understand it. And when we went up to share, and it was my time, because I think I'm quite simple. I think I'm simple. I think I'm more on the practical side of spiritual development. I commend individuals who like this complete Zen stage, like they're just really Zened out and they're pretty much beyond anything of the world. And I like the fact that they're very disciplined with reciting their rosary, their beads, and all the different ritualistic ways that they practice to connect to themselves and to Source. But I just feel like everything we do can be actually something spiritual if you're coming from the right intention. And if your thoughts are in order, and you're not trying to grab at too many things, like you thinking the grass is always green on the other side. It isn't. Yes, if I develop my energy and build my energy more, I will definitely move into something more. Something else will emerge. Something can happen and change our lives in 1 second. Look at Amanda Gorman, that young girl that read the poem at the inauguration. In 5 minutes of her poetry has changed that young woman's life forever. And how worth it was it? You can see she's well read, she's well spoken, she's decent. Of course she deserved that break. Why not? That one moment has changed that young girl's life forever. Same thing can happen for us. Just do the work. Let go of the debris and what's no longer important. Maybe even the people that you used to feel were toxic and really didn't give you joy, maybe they're now gone. I bet they don't even call you anymore. You remember those people? Those people that would get under your skin? It's like they don't even remember you, and maybe you don't even remember them. And life is a whole lot easier. But for those of us who sometimes have some rough times, it's rough being at home alone for so long. You can only call the same people for so long. You can only watch enough news or stories on the tube for so long. And what do? Exercise, go out for a walk, push yourself, find something creative to do. Just connect. No matter what you do, keep connecting. Find means of seva. Heck, if you want to do service, just give us a call. We've got a lot of things that we can definitely put together. But just get involved. Just don't fall asleep and get too low or too disappointed. Let go of that emotion. Many years ago, Daddy Janki, who passed away in 2020 in March, our spiritual mentor and the one who brought me on my path of spirituality, Daddy used to always tell us, just let go. You'd go to her with a problem, or you would hear one of her classes and Daddy Janki would say, let go, let it go, let it go. And I used to go, yeah, Daddy, if I could let it go that easy, now I wouldn't be coming to you. Is there another method? They'd go back again, let go. And then I would go back maybe a year later and I'd ask her, they're really giving me a hard time. I don't think you understand. Let go. And I go, I would, because I'm young, I'm in my 20s, and I'd roll my eyes like, geez, give me a method, no? Years would pass, everyone. It would be almost 8 or 9 years later that I had my moment of realization. When she would tell me to let go, what she was saying is, stop thinking about it. And the moment you stop thinking about the issue, the person, the thing, or what you think, it is gone. So the only difficulty in letting go is that we keep thinking about it. We keep allowing the traces of that vibration to keep coming after us. And Daddy just says, let go. Just let it go. And I have to tell you, that day I woke up and had that realization, it became so easy. Just stop thinking about it. That's it. Let go. All right, so it's so good to always be with you all. Just to let you know, it's a precious gift for us. Thank you. We really appreciate you. So thanks to Grace. Grace, nice to have you. Indu, nice to have you. Abby, good that you could join us today. And Carlene, Om Shanti, Carlene. The Pause for Peace app is going to come up soon, so don't give up on us yet. Santosh and Brother Samir in Pune are working on getting the app back up and running. So let's keep sending them powerful vibrations so that we can get the Pause for Peace app running. Jennifer Scotland, how are you? How is Jennifer Scotland doing? Louise, always a blessing to have you on, my sweet sister in the UK. Baba's very, very precious jewel. You know, folks, one of the things I'll have to tell you, when you take the meditation course, the Raj Yoga meditation course, there is something that has the capacity to open you up in a big way. And when you get onto the path to do the work, sometimes we don't know. We just don't know what we've got in us. The young girls back in my days, when I was much younger, in my 20s, they used to actually say, Jenna, she won't last more than 2 years. They're the ones that didn't last for more than 2 years. It turned out that here I am. Nobody knows what's in your heart. And sometimes it gets a little complicated. Sometimes it's uncertain. Sometimes the universe or the drama will send someone that will be a test paper to make us think, this might not be it, this isn't it. I find that it's like we're always looking for something, someone, something. It's just this. I feel like sometimes when you find it and it's simple, it's no pomp, no splendor, it's just real. And you settle in that, you'll have a lot of real experiences. I believe you'll have a lot of real moments, real vibrations, real things. So Samantha, wonderful to have you on, my dear, and to Kailash and Elizabeth and Divyani, Om Shanti, our little angel Divyani. Nancy O'Neill, Om Shanti, good day to you. Parveen, thank you for being the precious jewel that you are, Parveen, and for bringing Kamlesh too more and more closer. This is a good service. Nita, Om Shanti, Nita. Lots of blessings to you, Nita. Bryn, nice to have you. Diraj Bhai, Minakshi Ben, Lilawati, MW, Ranju, all of you. Lots of love and remembrance to each and every one of you for being a part of the the next normal, which will be a civilization of some of the most positive, stable, strong, forthrighted, dignified, spiritually awake, peaceful, pure-hearted spiritual army. We need an army. Let it be a spiritual one. The one who just moves with that energy of light. The ones who are brave enough to shine their light so bright that anything with impure negative motives will run out of its sight. It's our next normal. It's a golden aged, beautiful world. All right, angels, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and lots and lots and lots of blessings. Sending you continued good wishes and pure feelings as we come to the close of our show. And of course, if you have any thoughts or questions, just don't hesitate to always send me that. If there's a topic or a particular item that you would like me to explore and investigate, I would love to hear from you. I would love if you can tell me what it is, something that maybe you'd like to work on, right? So just let me know. So we'll close off with our wonderful Kristen Hoffman and enjoy that. And today I did a new meditation. It's a sleep meditation, but I was scared of playing it for you all today because I thought you guys would fall asleep. So we'll definitely get it out there ASAP, which you can play in the evening, because I have to tell you, as I was listening to it, I was falling asleep. So I said, there's no way I can play this tonight. Everybody will go into Zen. So we'll definitely send that out to you as soon as everything is finalized and it gets published publicly. Anyway, lots of love to each and every one of you. And just remember to love your family and your friends and accept them for who they are. Recognize that they're not doing anything wrong. It's just that when they're in your vibrational field, maybe it's just not connecting. And the question is, how do we find the intelligence and the values and the virtues to be able to still get along and to cooperate? This is our opportunity. It's an art, but it's also an opportunity. Have a wonderful night. Om Shanti. Sleep well. Rest peacefully. And I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to save Friday for Ainsley MacLeod show on this Friday. Put it as a bookmark and also tell your friends. All right. Ciao. Together we make this choice. Together we make this choice. Together, Om Shanti. We're singing Om Shanti. Ooh.